Greetings, fellow sailors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, episode 76, Sailing to the Orange Isle. There's not a lot of hammering to be done, which is why I generally don't even bother hammering out the blister steel, because it turns into steel pretty quickly without having to chip away at it, just because it's much higher risk. Trying to do splitting by hand, it's probably not worth the risk given the effort it takes to make steel. Just my 2 cents. So I'm not likely to really do much of my own hammering here. Just let the helve hammer do its helve hammery thing and profit as a result. I'm not really sure why I'm cooling those down, because if I want to make chainmail, I have to heat those right back up. So maybe I don't do that. I'll just try to keep it warm. I'll process all the blister steel into steel first, and then do some chainmail plate hammer. So again, the pants, chainmail leg armor, is 1 plate, 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates, 5 plates, 6 plates. So 12 of my 16 steel will go towards leg plates. And then the other 4, 2 of those 4 can go towards a falx and a pick, if I want. We can also do pounder caps, but I think I'm going to veto the whole, like, sturdy leather thing. Just a personal preference, because I'm not interested in, in seeking out chromite. At least not until I fulfill a lot of the other goals of the series. Just a personal preference. So shiny. Ooh, I hear like a rift very close by. I heard like rift noises. Just checking back here. It's not back there, but it sounded like it was in my own backyard. How many people are taking a nap to the sound of the, Oh, it's not hot enough. Of the helve hammer? I am losing wind. So, well... What are we at now? If I lose any more wind power, I might just go for the bauxite before I bother, because yeah, we're pretty low wind power. It's still operating fast enough though, I think, to be worth it. I say that as it like does a complete nosedive in terms of speed. Ooh, yeah, wind. You go, wind. Is this not hot enough? What is... Why... Let me place. Okay, I guess it's not hot enough. Oh no, wind! Don't die on me! Have all this beautifully hot steel just waiting. So almost done processing all the blister steel into proper steel, which isn't that big of a task. And then trying to keep the steel nice and hot, as you can see up here, so that we can forge it into plates. So I need all but 4 of the ingots forged into plates. So if you want to make chainmail, best way to do it is to make a plate and then punch holes out of the plate. Will a water wheel be included sometime in the future? It's, I think, on the roadmap. It could get cut from the road. I have no idea. So possibly. And I'm just going to keep that plate hot if I can. So that I can... It's too bad I can't just like walk up with a hammer and punch holes in it like this. You know, I know it's not on an anvil, it's not how it works. That'd be convenient. Water power would be cool. You imagine Vintage Story meets Timberborn? It would be pretty neat. I'd like it. I mean, wherever this game ends up going, I think it's going to be fun. Plate number 2. I'm hoping those plates stay hot, but I kind of don't think they're going to stay hot quite enough for me to use them. Have I played Timberborn? I have, many a times. If you go to my YouTube page and search playlists, you can see all the games I've ever played as they're included in the playlist. Because pretty much if I play a game, it ends up in a playlist on YouTube, so it's a good catalog of the series that I have run. What wind are we at now? It could be worse. 0 would be worse. And just keeping the plates hot too. It's funny to be like juggling all of the items that I have for heat. Works though. I'm surrounded by lovely glow, so it is working. It'd be cool if like you could have something like clay ceramic flooring that would help to retain heat or something like that. That'd be a neat, weird mechanic. So we got 4 plates. Plate number 5, plate number 6. And again, I'm making the chain pants, so it needs 6 plates. Plate 5 and plate 6 is on the top here. I'm just keeping these other ingots warm so that I can turn one into a fox and one into a pick. Good thing the heat in the room isn't messing with the other items. Yeah, I mean, I could see that being a game mechanic for sure. So 4, 5, okay, so 2 more. This is the last one, I mean. Then after this is done, I will stop the helve hammer and start punching the chain out, and then I'll do the steel ingots for the tool. And then we'll have 2 spare steel ingots left over. But honestly, I could just make it in a chain ahead of time. It doesn't really make sense not to. It's not going to serve much of a purpose anyway. Helvehammer should be able to do chains. I mean, it just goes slam on the ground. It doesn't really... It's a miracle that they can do plates, I'll put it that way, right? So I think I'll make 1 extra plate, steel plate, and just leave it as a steel plate. Yeah, maybe I'll make it into a chain. Yeah. Just do 1 extra chain for it. Because I know I'm going to want it eventually. So, here's the last plate, and then these 2 are going to be for tools. Or weapon/tool. I'm doing a little victory lap here. I'm excited. Truly. So nice to finally have all that going. So much labor into this project. The wind is slowly not cooperating, though. I guess I don't need wind in a minute. I'm about to stop the helve hammer altogether, so it doesn't really matter. Cool, got it at the top. So now, making steel chain. I already have my hammer. That's not a hammer. I already have my hammer, and we just want to split. I like to go for the inside ones first. It makes correcting a little bit easier. I don't like how nerve-wracking this is, though. Especially given that I am running on low sleep. But there we go. First steel chain. This was going to be a false. My ingots are cooler than my plates, so I'll just do the false now. And this is the highest melee damage weapon. Well, is that true? I think that's true, right? Nothing goes higher than this. I mean, I guess if you have, like, Blackguard class or whatever, but... about as the best melee weapon a commoner can forge. There we go. This is still hot enough, good. And this was going to be a pick, so that I can mine everything. I won't be restricted to anything, any tiers. Meaning, hypothetically, I'd be possible to get like things like chromite. But I really don't have a plan to do it. I'd like to push along the goals of the series instead. Nice. 2 super tools. And now just more chain. Making sure to heat up the rest, as it was cooling down. Having a mid-smith meal. So how many of you have screwed up steel chainmail before? Maybe that's a kind of a nerve-wracking question for me to ask while I'm hyper-focused on not screwing this up. There's 3. I mean, if I punch out 1 voxel, as long as it's not like the last one, it's fixable. Because you can move the edge voxels pretty easily into the middle. The inverse is not the case, which is why I'm going from middle out. for my own protection. I could definitely see, I don't know, like, screwing one of these up and just being like, alright, I'm dev moding. I don't know if I'd be above that. Oh, yep, there was a screw up. But it's, again, as long as it's not the last voxel, not a big deal. Demi Gamer and Zarch, thank you for the resub and the sub. And at this point, all right, let's just keep doing the plates. Oh no, I need 6 anyway, not 5. I was gonna make the pants, but I don't even have enough for the pants yet. Yeah, having to add a whole ingot for 1 voxel would be pretty brutal. For sure. Now I have enough for the pants. And this is the last steel. So after this, I am going to go for the bauxite. I am going to run into a situation, though, where I simply will not have enough flint. What trader sells flint? Is that bulk goods? Commodity? I mean, I don't think I really want to buy flint anyway. Unless it was like a stack of 64 for like 1 gear. So this chain, I'll stick in the ore box, I guess. Or maybe I'll just put it on the ground. And then for me, leg armor. Here's what we're doing. My leg armor comes off. And there we go. We now have steel chain. Protection tier 4 on my butt. Pretty cool. I also feel like the wind picked back up. Maybe a little bit. Okay, what do I want? I probably can retire the meteoric iron stuff for now. I'll just use the steel stuff. Keeping the meteoric iron tools in reserve. So, meteoric iron pick, meteoric iron falx in reserve. So now we'll use the steel. I want to go for bauxite. Hey, Tacos, thank you for the resub. So updating the priority. Head to mine bauxite. Yeah, I did make it with piping hot steel, but you know, I got hot buns. I got buns of steel. I don't know. Oh, I didn't top up the current refractory furnace. I wonder if I'm actually... I mean, I think there's entirely a case where, like, the second batch is so close to being done that making a whole nother furnace makes very little sense. I don't know what percentage that will be at to make that call. But I can totally see that being something that happens, which is like... You know, this is going to be like 3/4 done. Like, do I really make another furnace to save myself a little bit? I don't know. Okay, so that's done. I need to grab meals from the kitchen, and then we can go bauxiting. What is going on? Those are some crazy shadows. Looks like bear claw marks or something. Got all the food I need. Save myself a trip back to the top of the base. I'm just going to drop my... I don't know why I grabbed my refractory picks, but I did. So I'm just going to stack them here so I don't have to run back up. Even if there was crops ready to be harvested, I don't think I'd do that right now, because I am going to be focused on bauxite. So I think what I want to do is I want to get significantly more bauxite than I did quartz, just in case I need more bauxite. I really do not want to have to go back to the Bauxite Peninsula. Oh, right, the lantern for the boat. What I'll try to do is I'll try to place my own meteor lantern to see if it works, and if it does get placed, I'll grab the copper one for the big trip. Big trip meaning to the Residence Archive. It's good to see the sailboat still here. There's a lot of games that I've played where, like, boats don't have proper moorings, and they, like, drift away when you don't look at them, when you're not keeping track of them. Oh, am I iced in? Yeah, I was iced in. Fascinating. Okay, marking down the bauxite. And essentially, I'm just going to be following the coast. Valheim, not to name names. Yeah, that's pretty much where my mind went. I'm looking at you, Valheim, for, you know, making my boat float away. And because in Valheim, you can't really swim without dying very, very, very quickly. When your boat floats away, you're like, alright, I guess I'll have to make a smaller boat to get to the bigger boat. And my smaller boat happens to be inside my bigger boat, so that wouldn't really help me out much. This trip is a lot more peaceful than the last one I took. For reference, last time I was in a medium temporal storm, the world was going all funky. I made landfall and then got ravaged by wolves. I think my chances against wolves now, a lot better, since I have armor and a steel weapon. Not that I want to go fighting hordes of wolves, because enough of them and I would still go down. Ah! I did not mean to do that. Nothing like being soaking wet and -3 degrees Celsius. Oh, is that... what? Is that a drifter? Or a raccoon? That's a raccoon. I almost want to just, like, dig a path here, because I have to go all the way around it. At least wind chill doesn't seem to be a thing. True. Very true. That would make it worse. Oh, I have Yoda Cam paused. Why do I have that paused? I always forget to do that. At least armor doesn't have a weight, or I drown fast. True. That would be brutal. Honestly, I could barely tell that this thing was buffed 20%. Also, I'm a little offended that the prow of the boat is up so high. Like, dude, this is a solid walnut boat. My body weight would not make this incline happen quite like I get for a canoe, which weighs almost nothing, that you sit in the back and the front goes up, but this is a walnut sailboat. Come on now. I don't weigh a ton. Maybe I do. Yeah, if anything, the pressure on the sails would counteract the weight. True. Very true. It helps with visibility. That part is true. Reminds me of playing Sea of Thieves. Getting the like rare sails that have holes in them so you can see better. We're almost around this peninsula, and then I can hug the coast a little tighter. I do still think that boat rather than on foot, especially now that I'm wearing steel armor, which is not a particularly... Steel armor slows you down, you know, a little bit. 3%. When you have a full set, it's like 9%. But sailing makes sense in this case. I did get a whole bunch of daytime. I mean, it's going to be night soonish, but a whole bunch of daytime to enjoy the view. Does not look like there's much of a landmass to my north, though. I mean, it's just ocean as far as I could see, which is, so that Resonance Archive is, I mean, it's pretty far away. For reference, I'm already like 1,000 units up, so it wouldn't be that much effort to go to the Res Archive, right? Like, I would just be holding W for a while, I think, given the open ocean. You know what I didn't realize? Let's hope the Resonance Archive isn't underwater, because that would make it kind of impossible to play. Did I bring gear for respawn? No, but I'm only heading to Bauxite. I'm not heading to like a new continent or anything. Meaning that if I needed to, I could just run back to my body. It wouldn't take me an in-game hour or anything like that. Can I build a tunnel down the water? I could. My worry is if it is somehow rendered underwater, the whole thing would be flooded, meaning that like I'd be constantly drowning trying to do it. There's probably safeguards in terms of world gen to prevent it from being underwater, but it was a thought I had given my water world settings that I have for this server. Oh, there's a cave in there. That might be a good place to find locusts. Locusts like caves. And I don't have to go back to where I was mining bauxite before. As soon as... Oh, this is all perodotite too. As soon as I start seeing bauxite in the hills, I'll just make landfall. I've been looking out to the ocean and not really... Oh, there's a island out there. Oh yeah, there it is. Small. Glad that wasn't my starting location. That would have been brutal. Imagine starting on a small island and... I mean, I guess rafts aren't that hard to make, but... chance of trying to get 10 before you leave a tiny island like that is pretty slim. That's a really nice archway. And there's the Bauxite Hills, straight ahead. Pretty easy to spot. Can I make a Jolly Roger flag? I wish. There are other things that I could do to this boat that I haven't done. Like I could add rat lines to be able to climb to the top and stuff like that. But they don't serve a hell of a lot of purpose yet, so I didn't bother. And yeah, this is a pine forest. I'm sure there's a lot of resin in there. On the trees. I'm mostly looking for chalk, marble, or limestone, as that would help making mortar. And let's go to where the bauxite is at sea level. That'll be a little bit easier to mine. Crow's nest on this small boat? I mean, I guess that's technically what the rat lines do, sorta. You can climb up there. But I really just don't see a point given how small this boat is. Blown above me. Cool. And of course, this is the first thing I do is take a dunk. Brilliant. I'm already wet. I'm hearing sheep. So, in terms of the bauxite that I'm looking for, let's go with like, I don't know, like 5 stacks or so? 6 stacks maybe? Just an ample amount that makes it so that I just doubtful have to come back. I think the cave I was in before was better. Because I didn't have to go monkeying around for it, but whatever. I doubt that there's such a thing IRL as like bauxite sea stacks. I'm guessing bauxite does not generate into sea stacks like lime would, but I don't know. I'm not a geologist. Just a guess. I didn't mark down where my sailboat was, but it's not going to be hard to spot. I haven't gone anywhere. know a bunch of this material is just like getting dumped on the ground. I'm not picking all of it up. So we're up to 3 stacks and change. Oh, there's the outside. Please don't be gravel. I just realized I don't really want a giant column of gravel crushing me. So the flint might be the most annoying reagent in this batch. I think I've found some like flint in mountains, but I'm not. I guess I could go out to like gravel fields and try to collect flint that way. I'm just trying to think of like the least painful way to acquire the flint that I need for more fire clay. So if any of you have ideas, like, I am all ears, so that I'm not wandering around forests looking for flint. Bauxite forms in tropical humid environments where aluminum, iron-rich rocks get weathered down. Good drainage. Underwater bauxite really isn't a thing. Yeah, I figured. It wasn't like lime that could form on seabeds, like coral reefs or whatever, you know? It was an educated guess. Okay, we're actually up to the kind of the stacks that I wanted. I'm gonna get a little bit extra, just because it's going quick and... it will save me a future trip. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 stacks. Because the total that I need for an entire refractory furnace is, I believe, 228. 228 of bauxite. So I have about... I'm closing in on about twice that. So yeah, I'm probably good. I've got like 390 now. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 30th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.